What happens when you mix a bubbly, Saturday morning cartoon art style with top-down exploration, character swapping, and puzzles that'll make you question your own IQ? Well, welcome to the Lonesome Guild, where cute vibes and chaos hold hands. Released on October 23rd by Tiny Bull Studios, this single-player action-adventure RPG comes out swinging. And look, I get it. Indie games can feel like you're rolling the dice at a sketchy casino. Sometimes you hit it big, sometimes you walk away wondering why you trusted neon signs. But fear not, because I dove headfirst into this thing so you don't have to play archaeologist with your wallet. So, with that being said, I want you to join me on my journey through the Lonesome Guild to answer the most important question of all. Is the Lonesome Guild worth it? To properly answer that question, I will be assessing the gameplay, the story, and its overall replayability. So, let's make like a tree and leaf. Combat is real-time, fast, and just chaotic enough to make you wonder if Tiny Bull Studios wanted you to play the game or perform a one-man circus act. Whether you're switching between Da Vinci or Mr. Fox, trying to heal before the boss dropkicks your party, or desperately shouting at the screen because you swear you pressed the dodge button, there's always something going on. Character switching is the game's cornerstone mechanic, and I'm happy to report it is as smooth as my brain. Each character is allotted 2 skills per battle, along with a customizable relationship/skill tree that unlocks new skills, stat boosts, and passives such as more HP, strength, or magic for all kinds of damage. Let's not forget about accessory slots either. We are talking 4 in total. Of course, it's not all sunshine. Once you hit 3 party members, the combat kinda stops evolving. It doesn't get worse, it just plateaus like it suddenly remembered it left the stove on. And that special attack, yeah, kind of a bummer. Would have been cool if it changed based on who you brought along, but they went with the keep it simple stupid approach. Nothing wrong with that, it just leaves the door wide open for more improvements. The story is a classic ragtag group saves the world setup, with the twist being that the big bad is the deadly mist known as loneliness. And honestly, the opening hours fooled me a bit. With the focus on Da Vinci, Mr. Fox, and Rantram Trum, it felt like Ghost was just a side character friend who shows up with snacks and occasional commentary. But, boy, I was wrong. As the deeper you get, the more you realize everyone's part of the puzzle. By the time you reach the final confrontation, I almost forgot Da Vinci even existed. That's how much the spotlight shifts around. The tale itself is short and sweet and has a heartwarming core message about honesty, compassion, and companionship. It's not going to leave you sobbing on the floor, but it will leave you with a warm and fuzzy feeling. However, let's talk about the drama. Every single misfit has problems. The first 3 or 4 emotional backstories, cool, relatable, fun even. But by the last character, I was like, okay, does anyone here live like a normal life? Can I get one character whose biggest issue is losing their house keys or something? Still, overall, the story delivers exactly what it aims for. Now, when it comes to replayability, well, I got a thing or two to say about that. My playthrough clocked in just under 16 hours according to Steam, including 42 out of 44 side quests completed. And here's where things get a little bit questionable. One of the early bizarre quests refused to trigger for me no matter what I tried. And then another NPC showed up for a quest later in the game, but refused to speak to me like I owed him money. So unless my copy was cursed, I'm guessing these bugs were hopefully exclusive to my version of the game and not anyone else's. Outside of the quest, each region has chests, flowers, and ghosts you can track down for achievements. If you're into 100% completion, knock yourself out. If not, you're not missing anything vital. The story runs fine without it obsessively vacuuming the map. With all that being said though, I believe it is now time to answer the most important question of all. Is the Lonesome Guild worth it? At the eye-watering price of $25 USD. Absolutely. The combat is fun and frantic, even if it peaks early. The puzzles are the kind that make you stare at the screen like you're solving a math problem you definitely learned in school but somehow forgot. And the characters are memorable, even when they're trauma dumping like they're being paid per issue. Sure, some terminology zoomed past my head until the final moments, and sure, I wanted at least one misfit to be drama-free so I could breathe, but hey, it is an indie adventure with heart, and it delivers. If anything in this review sounds like your jam, then whether it's on sale or full price, it's a solid buy as long as you've got the time. But that's pretty much it though. So, see ya.